Thus began the quiet unravelling of a life newly woven. Eleanor arrived not with excitement, but with the still resignation of someone accepting their place in a grander design, not of their own making. The townhouse loomed ahead, elegant, intimidating, like a painting, too beautiful to touch. Its bricks, its windows, its very air, all whispered of legacy, of expectations preserved like heirlooms. She stepped out of the carriage with the grace taught to women of her station. Her gloved fingers brushed Henry's as he offered his hand. His touch, though polite, was not warm. He was every inch the gentleman, tall, composed, refined, and yet, beneath that courtesy, there was a silence, not the silence of comfort, not peace, but distance. A silence that told her she was not just entering a new home, but a life where certain things were never meant to be said. Evenings passed, wearily. The living room became a stage for their quiet, fleeting days. She would knit, or let her fingers drift across the piano keys, while he sat nearby, a book in hand, his eyes occasionally lifting to meet hers. Their conversations were soft, measured, almost practiced. But in that gentle rhythm, something settled. It was not love, number, but it was. Something, a presence, a quiet understanding, a companionship that asked for little and gave just enough. Then one morning, sunlight drifting like gold dust, Eleanor's world quietly shifted. She heard voices, low, urgent, full of the unmistakable intimacy shared only by those who know one another too well. Henry stood close to a man she had only seen in passing. William. Their hands met, briefly, a touch so fleeting, so careful, it might have gone unnoticed. But Eleanor saw. That night, alone in the quiet, she sat still. Her thoughts drifted in the dim glow of a flickering flame. Her face, usually composed for the world, shifted, with grief, confusion, and something else, perhaps even freedom. A tear slipped down her cheek, silent, unspoken. She did not wipe it away. She let it fall, because it was hers. Society is never silent. Whispers trailed her like perfume, clinging, judging. One afternoon, she saw him, William. Laughter surrounded him. So did judgment. And yet, Eleanor's glance silenced it all. She spoke not from affection, but justice. And in a world quick to wound, she chose instead to protect. So when the day came that she found William in her home, waiting to speak with Henry, there was no storm, no confrontation, just stillness. Henry looked up, startled, and for a moment, a flicker of fear passed through his eyes. But Eleanor held his gaze and offered something rare, a small, sad smile, a silent reassurance. She saw him, she knew, and it was all right. In that brief moment, something passed between them, a truth, profound and wordless. That night, Eleanor sat beside Henry in the drawing room. The hush between them was gentle, almost tender. He looked at her, not in fear, not in apology, but in quiet gratitude. They held each other's gaze, then let it go, not in avoidance, but in peace. There was no need to speak of what had been seen. What was known was known. And in that space between silence, a fragile trust emerged. Not a love sung about in poems, but something else. Loyalty, kindness. In a world built on performance, they had found something real. A new warmth began to settle. Not passion, but understanding. And in that, there was love. Quiet, enduring, unspoken, but true.